Hey, what up, guys? I want to just do a quick haul video that I got a bunch of stuff from Grindhouse Video up in Tampa, and yeah, just show you what I got. Why not? This first item is not a movie. I just saw it at the checkout counter when I was checking out, and when he told me the price and how cheap it was, I had to get it. It's this Shocker record. I think it's like a single put out by Megadeth or whatever, but the only reason I want it is because it's like cut. It's like a cut record shaped like Dude on the electric chair, and I think it's the No More Mr. Nice Guy by Megadeth. But like I said, I just got it just for collector's piece. I like the movie Shocker, so there's that. And now these are all the movies I picked up. There I only got 4 used titles, so I'll start off with them and then get to everything that I got new. First used title I picked up was Phobe, the Xenophobic Experiments, and I think this was like one of 2 Intervision titles I didn't have that I really needed. So yeah, I saw it, decided I need to pick it up now. This one too, I'm a big fan of the Amityville movies, and this one seems kind of hard to find, and it was only $4.99, so I figured why not. So that's Amityville 4, haven't seen it, so kind of excited to check that one out. And Toolbox Murders by Toby Hooper. I've never seen this one, or I may have actually, but it was a long, long time ago. But yeah, excited to check that one out again. It was real cheap, so I figured why not. And then, of course, I picked up a used copy of Shocker too. I thought I had it, but I actually don't. So, and for some reason, I didn't feel like spending the money on the Blu-ray yet. I will eventually, but it's not one that I'm worried about going out of print or going anywhere or anything. So yeah, those are the 4 used titles I picked up, just because, whatever, they were all cheap, and I needed them. Now everything here is kind of just brand new stuff. I picked up the Grindhouse version of Cannibal Holocaust. I did have the Shameless yellow case version that Shameless put out, I think like a year before this one came out, so I was never in a rush to get this one, but I do want to what is it? I do want to compare the transfers and the features between the 2 releases. So in the next week or 2, I am going to have a Cannibal Films week. I'm going to review a bunch of Cannibal films. So I will have a review for Cannibal Holocaust and stuff. And I also have a separate video comparing this release versus, get it. So this release versus the Shameless release. So I'll have a comparison video for those. But yeah, that was Cannibal Holocaust. And this one was a Canon film that I really needed to get. It has Donald Pleasance and Michael Dudikoff in it, called River of Death. And that's all I need to know is Michael Dudikoff, and it's a Canon film. And has something to do with Nazi times and Michael Dudikoff doing what he does best, and that's beating ass in a really cheesy, ridiculous way. So really stoked to have that one. And this one, I actually hit Mike up, the owner of Grindhouse Video, and asked him to order these for me before I got there yesterday, because they seem hard to find. Like every time I go on Amazon to get them, you gotta wait a month or 2 for it to come in or whatever, and then sometimes they'll have some copies, and you go back to order it, and it'll be sold out and all that. So I told him to order them, and that's Deadly Prey, put out by Slasher Video. So really excited to check that out. I checked out this David Pryor's Killer Workout, and he did another one, Man Killers. So yeah, really excited to check this one out. I heard this one's his best, and of course I had to pick up the sequel, Deadliest Prey. So really excited to check those out. Real low budget, like action movies from what I understand. And this one too, had to pick it up. It's a double feature of 2 Michael Dudikoff films, Platoon Leader and Soldier Boys. Now, I could be wrong on this Soldier Boys one, but I think this has the kid from Menace to Society in it. I could be wrong on that. I mean, it looks just like him, but I feel like it would have, yeah, I don't know, but it has the dude from who plays Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat in it. But I'm excited to check that one out for some reason. Like I said, I like cheesy Michael Dudikoff movies, and these may be Canon films. I don't know. You know, yeah, they're Okay, so Platoon Leader's a canon film, but I don't think Soldier Boys is. Alright. And then this next one, The Shaft, I think it came out as down also. The reversible cover is down. The plot seemed intriguing. I know this, and Blue Underground released The Lift, which is the same exact movie, but he made it like 20 years earlier in the 70s. I looked at the trailer for this one and The Lift, and this one seemed more appealing out of the two. It had Ron Perlman, and the effects just look better and stuff. So I figured if I'm going to watch this story, I'm going to watch this version of it. So I picked up The Shaft. It just looked pretty fun. And since I had picked up the remake of Toolbox Murders, I decided to pick up the Blue Underground version of it. I've never seen this version, oddly enough, and it's a video nasty that I didn't have, so finally picked up the Toolbox Murders. Took forever for me to get that, but finally got it. And this one, I've watched a lot of Italian horror films recently, and I gotta say they're not my favorite. I do dig them, but they're not my go-to movies that much after watching so many of them. But I heard that this is a shameless ripoff of Aliens and Terminator. Like, I heard they lift complete scenes and dialogue, and just the fact that it would be Terminator mixed with Aliens had me sold, so I had to pick up Shocking Dark. I'm really excited to check this one out. I'm probably more excited to watch that than almost all these. But, yeah, that movie sounds awesome. And this one, I don't really know anything about it. It may be a video nasty, but I don't know. But this was limited to 2,000, and that's Scalps put out on Blu-ray. It's got a bunch of features and stuff, but I heard this was okay. I've heard it was bad, and I've heard it was good, so we'll see. I'm kind of excited to check it out. And these were the DVDs I got from the thing. This one I'm really excited to check out just because it sounds ridiculous. That's Ninja Zombie, recently put out by AGFA and Bleeding Skull. Just shot on a Super 8 cheesy film. I mean, you could pretty much get what this is about just from the cover, but supposedly it's like a Toxic Avenger cheesiness kind of zombie ninja pretty much. So yeah, sounds pretty badass. And then these next two titles I got, I've been wanting these for so long. I don't know why it's taken me forever to pick these up, but I finally picked them up. And yeah, that's Video Nasties, the Definitive Guide Part 1, put out by Severin. And I just watched the documentary on this, and it was really a good documentary. Like, it really sheds a lot of light on the Video Nasty thing, and then it's just loaded over 13 hours of features. Like, the second disc is the trailer show, but they have little, like, 5-minute little segments at the end of each one, kind of giving info on the film and why they were on the Video Nasty list and all that. And there's just tons of features on that. And then part 2, which I haven't opened yet, but it has the second documentary, and of course the trailer shows and all that. And this one has another 13 hours of Video Nasty goodness. So, you know, these are the kind of movies that I love getting, just because you could throw them on whenever. You could fall asleep to these. These are really versatile movies, good to have. So if you are a horror fan, you definitely want to pick them up. And they're thick like VHS tapes, and they're cool. And these last two titles I picked up, I used to watch this YouTube channel a lot, so I saw them and I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. So, Everything is Terrible, the Legends collection, which is a 3-disc set of everything from the first 7 years of Everything is Terrible. There's like 14 hours of just Everything is Terrible mashups and VHS skits and all that. So, really cool to have that in the collection. Always been a big fan of them. And they just recently released this movie too, called The Great Satan. So, I heard this is like Everything is Terrible's first foray into making like a full film, where it's still a lot of segments of old VHS tapes and like Satanic Panic tapes and stuff that they kind of mash together into a narrative. So that sounds really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it on my haul. Got a decent amount of stuff, but nothing too crazy. Really glad to have everything here. Pretty much, I went in there with the mind frame of I want everything to be first-time watches except Shocker and Cannibal Holocaust. I think those are the only two out of this whole stack I've ever seen. and they were forever ago. But yeah, I wanted everything to be blind buys pretty much, but stuff that I knew would be good, like Shocking Dark and Ninja Zombie and stuff. Like, there's no way it could be bad. I mean, it's just right up my alley. And Michael Dudikoff and Canon. I pretty much love everything Canon. So, it was a really good stack here. So, but anyways, guys, I'll come at y'all tomorrow with a review. Peace.